And at this time, they really do want to receive your calls. When you ring your customer, they will want to speak to you and they'll even want to meet you. True? I think I see lots of nodding heads. Unless they were people sleeping, of course. So, adopt a new strategy that is investor-focused. This is called a paradigm shift from product push to needs-based sales. A very old, traditional method of doing selling to try to move into a new world of selling or advising or offering investment products. First of all, if you look product push versus need-based selling, the focus is on product, obviously in product push, but the focus for need-based is on the customer, not on the product. People buy what the product will do for them, not what it is. Mentality behind the product push-based selling is one size fits all. Whereas with needs-based, it is identify and solve each customer's needs and wants and goals, and then help them to satisfy them using the tools you have available to you. Closing that deal. Why you should own this product is very much the product-based selling process, whereas for needs-based, it's how this solution helps you achieve your goals. Now, you know you're going to get a copy of these slides, so you will be able to review them a number of times. Some of the slides I have up here are a little bit busy, but I did that because I wasn't writing notes to go with the slides. So you can read them afterwards. The emphasis in the sales process then is on handling objections and applying closing techniques. You know the closing techniques? You will buy, won't you? There was once the story of something that was called the Liverpool close, Liverpool in England. I heard at a conference once, and the Liverpool close was, what do you mean you don't want to buy it? I've been here for 20 minutes already. There are not reasons for the customer to buy. So, questioning, listening, and problem-solving skills are key skills that you will need to develop to move into a needs-based selling. Closing ratio is poor. Retention ratio is even poorer on hard closing ratio. Better than average closing or success rates with the needs-based selling system, because people are buying something that they understand is going to do something that they want done. A fundamental mind shift in thinking. And for you, the consultant, you move from, I have a bag full of products, I'm a product peddler, and I change to an advisor or a counselor or a professional who provides quality information to help my customers make decisions. So, you're interested in the customer. What are my plans? Again, Mr. Chairman, you mentioned in your talk about the whole basis of trust and integrity. Here, this philosophy in building relationships with clients says that a client will not buy from you if they don't trust you, if they don't see the need, if they don't see any urgency, and if they don't see how it's going to help them. So if any presentation or solution that you're offering to a client can satisfy those four pillars, you're well on the way to successful sales. And it's often learned as no trust, no need, no help, no hurry. Yeah? And if you think you go through a meeting, satisfy each one, you're on a winner. I'm not going to read all of these out today. You have a read too. And they're there for you in a week's time on the website. But they might be some of the questions that would be in the client's head when you're sitting in front of them. I want a portfolio that suits my risk preference. I want confident, well-researched views and opinions. The Financial Times in the UK once ran a very good article, a very good advertisement on TV. And what it was saying is, you had a black and white screen advert, and all you could see was the Financial Times color. You know the paper, yeah? in the Financial Times. And the byline in the whole ad was, no FT, no comment. Yeah? So it meant that if you're not reading the professional's newspaper, how can you have an opinion and how can you comment? So it's about making sure that you are confident and well-researched and can give views and opinions and information that will help people make decisions. I want to feel advised. I don't want to feel pushed. Some others don't want to be pressured. Sure, I want a sense of urgency, the hurry when it's needed. I don't want the sense of urgency because there's a convention coming up. Yeah? It's a client-based hurry, not a consultant-based hurry. Might be helping the customer to rebuild their confidence to invest. If they have been a little bit hurt, it's about going back and helping them to understand what the professionals are doing to correct their own hurt. They're hurting too. The fund managers are hurting. And they are doing their very best to make it right. And they're working for you. Honesty, dignity, and integrity in all dealings is one that should be written in stone. That is the primary relationship between you and your customer in whatever you sell. There are no exceptions in the world. And please be genuinely interested in my future and my success for the time that you're with me in my home or in my office. Your interest and your success is when you're in your home or in your office. Crisis or no crisis, stress is always present. A healthy level of stress is also healthy for performance and productivity. Without stress, we would stagnate. But there is unhealthy stress, which is a perceived mismatch between the requirements of the job and the job holder's ability, resources, and expectations. Now, one of the key words there for me is perceived, because we all perceive things in a different way, and therefore our perception may lead us to a very unhealthy stress. And I'll give you a little idea to deal with that in a little while. Stress Management 101, first year college. Occupy your mind with positive thoughts, dreams, and goals. You'll have heard of this in many sessions before. But I'm going to share with you something in the next couple of slides that will make this even more important. In fact, it's scary when you see it. Sorry. Visualize and mentally photograph the future you want. Take that mental picture. Where do you want to be? And then we start working out how you're going to get there. Start writing the steps to take, starting with step one. As they say, the march of 1,000 miles begins with that very first step. If that first step never happens, the march will never happen. Never let anyone doubt your capability to achieve what you want. Human beings tend to spend up to 90% of their time in a negative environment. When you want to go and achieve something and you're positive and you're motivated, there are going to be people around you saying, what do you want to do that for? What do you want to work so hard for? Is money so important to you? Why not spend more time with your family? Now, they're all good questions, but if you've got good answers, you can deal with it. So you've got to commit and recommit to your compelling goals, and then you've got to put up an invisible force field for anyone that comes along that has the word negative on their forehead. They live in your office, yeah? You walk into the office Monday morning, you say, good morning. They say, what's good about it? You say, it's great for me. Bye. Dr. Stephen Covey says the outcome of a man depends 10% on what happens to him and 90% on what he does to what happens to him. We all suffer things in our lives. We all face obstacles. Some people surrender to the obstacle, whatever it is. But the really successful people spend their time finding ways around the obstacle. That's the positive people. The miracle in this room to me, let's say it is 2,000 people. 2,000 people in this room have already experienced the feeling of success in your lives. Am I right? Yes. Could I hear a real enthusiastic yes? Yes. That's better. Thank you very much. Many have already triumphed over adversities to